Hi, I'm Aliyah Craddock, and I go to Maggie Walker Government School here in Richmond. This is my third year in MSI, and this year I was fortunate to work in a lab with my mentor Nate and my partner MJ. Nate is a great mentor. He is very funny and hip. He loves music, and he has a great chance in doing American Idol because his voice is amazing. MJ is a funny, cool partner who loves music and fashion. In our lab, we studied Lyme disease. Lyme disease is caused by a bacteria called Borrelia burgdorferi. This bacteria is usually caused by ticks, which are parasites that feed on one's blood. The goal of our experiment was to prevent people from having the Lyme disease by raising awareness about where the ticks that carry the bacteria are located in Virginia. However, first we needed to have a sample of the ticks to experiment on. Our first mission was off to Prince Edward State Forest, where Nate, MJ, and I went collecting. We learned how to collect ticks, which is just dragging a piece of cloth on the ground and placing the ticks in ethanol to kill them slowly. After we went collecting, the next day we extracted the DNA from the ticks. This was my favorite part because we used liquid nitrogen to crush the ticks inside the tube, and then we extracted the DNA by using a vacuum, which is exactly how it sounds. After the extracting is done, then we place the DNA inside the PCR, which is the polymerase reaction chain. This machine picks out a region of the DNA and copies it billions of times to make more of the tick's DNA for the next process. The next and final step into finding which ticks have the bacteria need to infect a person with Lyme disease is gel electrophoresis process. Gel electrophoresis is a gel that separates the smaller DNA from the larger fragments of DNA. In our experiment, this process is very important because if the ticks have Borrelia bacteria for the Lyme disease, a band will appear in the gel. If a band appears in the gel, we know that the tick that carry Lyme disease. I learned Virginia has less than 10% of ticks here that have the bacteria Borrelia burgdorferi that causes Lyme disease. But aside from all the things I've learned with working with my mentor here in the lab, I have also had the chance to learn many things from Dr. Case in chemistry. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I, along with the other mentees, would work with Dr. Case in preparation for chemistry next year. There, we learned many concepts of chemistry and how to perform different experiments. Chemistry with Dr. Case is truly one of the many things I enjoyed because each day was fun and hands-on. Even though we sometimes make it a little too fun, it was very nice to be taught by Dr. Case. I also have had the time to bond with many of the mentees and create many friendships. At lunch, I had the chance to bond with many of them as we tell each other about how our day was. They are always giving me a laugh to brighten my day. I have learned new things about each and every one of them that I will never forget. And I will have many memories, such as the time we went to Johns Hopkins and spent hours talking to each other about our little inside joke. Here on the left is the harbor. And even the time when everyone would dance in Dr. K's class to a song. Even though this may be the end of our summer journey, I hope that all of you take the path to succeed in whatever you do. And I want to thank all of you for making my journey a worthwhile experience.